Nearly 160,000 Pennsylvanians have dropped Pennie after federal insurance subsidies expire. Could seniors see a cut in their property tax by taxing big tech? This and more in the Week in Focus for the Pennsylvania Capital Star. Did your health insurance bill just double? You're not imagining it. Congress allowed enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies to expire at the end of last year, and now thousands of Pennsylvanians are feeling the impact. Higher costs are the number one reason nearly 160,000 people are dropping coverage in the Keystone State. About 1/3 who had coverage in 2025 are no longer enrolled. The average premium jumped 102%, with some reporting that their monthly costs actually tripled. And the people hit hardest? Lower income families, rural residents, and adults who are too young for Medicare, but old enough to face some of the highest insurance costs. Now, at the same time, health experts are saying that more Americans are turning to cheaper alternatives, sometimes called junk insurance plans, with coverage that may cost less upfront, but often come with fewer benefits and weaker consumer protections. The result? More people paying more for less coverage or no coverage at all. Next up, could your Facebook and Google ads help pay for property tax relief for seniors in Pennsylvania? A bill that just passed the Pennsylvania House says yes. Lawmakers voted to expand the state's existing 5% gross receipts tax to include revenue generated from digital advertising like Google and Meta, which make billions selling targeted ads. Supporters say the measure could generate nearly $329 million in the next fiscal year, money that would be used to fund property tax rebates for Pennsylvania seniors. The bill passed with bipartisan support. 39 Republicans joined most Democrats in voting yes. Supporters say it's about shifting more of the tax burden away from homeowners and onto some of the wealthiest corporations doing business in the Commonwealth. But some legislators aren't sold. Republican leaders argue that raising taxes on businesses could discourage companies from investing in Pennsylvania and ultimately shrink the state's tax base. Now the bill heads to the GOP-controlled Senate, which will determine its fate. Do you want to support Pennsylvania Capital Star? Sign up for our newsletter, share this post, or become a donor to back independent journalism in the Commonwealth. And finally, a bill requiring gun owners to securely store their firearms is moving forward, but not without a debate. The proposal would require gun owners to keep firearms locked in a safe or secured with a locking device when they're not being used. Gun dealers would also have to post notices explaining the law and the potential criminal and civil penalties for violating it. Supporters say it's about preventing accidents, thefts, and unauthorized access to firearms. But Republican lawmakers say it's unclear how investigators would determine whether a firearm was properly secured before it was used in a crime or accident. Others argue the law could make it harder for people to protect themselves in an emergency. The measure now heads to the full House for consideration. I'm Natalie Pennsylvania, and this was your Week in Focus.